That's where we came from. And this is where we're going. Good morning, everybody. I just got dropped off by Vanessa, who's the hostel owner and shuttle driver today. And as usual, when you get dropped off a gap, your first action is to climb up out of that gap. So that's what we're doing. At least it's nicely stepped out, so it's not going to be too terribly hard. But it'll get your heart pumping first thing in the morning. So good stay last night at Vanessa's. Got some decent sleep. Ate a good burger down the street, and now I'm back to climbing. So like I say, just got dropped off. I got a plan of doing 18 miles today. That's we got dropped off at mile number 1489, and we're going to walk northbound back to Salisbury at 1507, and from there her house is like a quarter of a mile from the Appalachian Trail, so I'll just walk back to her house. So that's the plan for today. So the train, it's going to be similar to yesterday, I think, where you may have some flat land, then you got some climbing. So it's just a mix of real easy or pretty tough. So let's get to it. Without further ado, let's go make the best of the day. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. We'll catch up with you further down the path. All right, starting off the day right now. Here's the trail. Here's the trail. I think we're headed up to that ledge. All right, let's do this. Oh, I take it back. I done made a wrong turn. See how quickly that can happen? I'm supposed to go through there. Oh boy. Okay. Back to the right turn where I should have gone. And this is where we're going. Right up through this crack. I don't know why it is that the trail developers thought this was cool, but it seems like anytime you find a crevice that'll fit a body, that's where the trail wants to go. Okay. Oh, fun. All right, everybody, got a little bit of a view up here. Almost looks like more like a racetrack. I think it might be a racetrack of some sort down there. This over here is where the grandstands or something are. I don't know. Nice view. So we're 2 hours in, and I've been moving pretty good. The train's not been too bad. I've had some ups. I've had a fair amount of cruisy trail. So we've got 4.3 miles done in the first 2 hours. So I'm pretty good with the pace. And we're just going to keep on pressing on. I guess the biggest highlight for me for this day will be crossing over the 1,500 mile mark. So we'll do that after 11 miles, which is another 7 miles, call it. So look forward to getting to that spot. I know that there's a good marker. Connecticut is really great at marking the trail and providing lots of signs that are easy to read. Can't say the same for all the states. Way better than New York, I'll tell you that. So we'll look forward to seeing that coming up not too long in the future. And we'll keep on pressing on. All right, everybody, I just checked the app, and we're about a third of the way done. It's just a few minutes after 9 o'clock. And we're 6 miles in to a 18-mile day. 12 miles to the great city of Salisbury, Connecticut. And we're about 5 miles to the 1,500 mile mark. So we'll be looking forward to that. Weather over the last couple of days, and certainly into the next few, has been a factor. Now, I know you hadn't seen it rain or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the heat for the last couple of days. Yesterday, my app said it got up to 89 degrees in Salisbury. Some of the locals there were telling me they saw it at 91. I don't know about all that, but I can tell you it was hot carrying that big heavy bag for 16.6 miles yesterday. And usually I can climb most hills, big hills, mountains, and make it my goal. Don't even stop. Don't stop until you get to the very top. Well, there was a number of times yesterday that I had to stop and find a rock and just sit down. And I was taking my bandana, dipping it in the creek, and just wiping down my head and my shoulders and my arms and stuff, and just trying to cool off. It was really hot. Today the high is supposed to be 80, so it's still kind of warm, but certainly cooler than it has been. And the next few days is going to be cooler yet, and I'm thankful for that. But now we are facing a number of days of rain. So whenever I see that there's a chance of rain, I'll go to the app, weather app, and really drill into when is that rain supposed to hit. So what I saw today for Salisbury is that the rain is supposed to come around 4 o'clock. Now that can change over the course of a day, and it certainly happens. But I'm kind of pressing a little bit today because I want to get back into town before I get wet, and that'll make the day even better. So I'm not slowing down too much. I'm pushing pretty hard. I feel good. Even my foot feels okay, and I haven't even taken an Advil today, so that's a blessing. So weather is definitely a factor out here. Today it won't be the heat as much as it will be the rain that's coming, and I'm not even going to get into tomorrow. It's going to be worse tomorrow, but I'm kind of done with taking these zeros if I can help it, because it just messes up the schedule and puts you behind. And anyway, we'll worry. I always do that. I always start going into future schedule, and I need to stay focused on what's happening today, and we'll worry about tomorrow. But today we're tracking well. The weather's cooler, and I'm in a good pace to get into the targeted Salisbury, Connecticut, early afternoon. That's the plan. All right, let's go execute. All right, everybody. We've been following the last couple of days. We've been following the Housatonic Bridge. Excuse me, Housatonic River. We're now crossing Housatonic River and continuing to head north. There's a small town right up here that we'll be very close to that is somewhat attractive to me because it has food. It's called Falls Village, and there's a cafe in there. It's not too far off the trail. And I'm kind of considering making a detour, which slows me down for the day. But it also gets me some good food. You know, if you're walking around eating trail mix every day, having some nice food for lunch is the real treat. So we might just stop and check it out. At the Falls Village. All right, everybody, I made it to the cafe. Unfortunately, the cafe's not open. Oh my goodness. I figured Friday, why wouldn't you be open? But according to the fella I talked to who's in that car right there, it appears that it's actually just closed and they're doing some work today and just simply won't be open. Yeah, they didn't show up on their hours, of course, so sometimes we make a walk for nothing. It's very, very discouraging. I don't think there's anything else in this town. Got a garage. That's kind of it. Oh well, we move on. That's where we came from. We are on the Appalachian Trail. We still are. I'm surprised at how much road walking there is here in Connecticut. It happens, but it seems like there's a fair amount of it here. But it's nice though. Then you get to see some of the town and things like that, so that's kind of cool. All right, still heading back in the woods. Look at these falls. I understand this is an old dam, and there used to be some iron works that was done here as well. They just call this the Great Falls. That's what it's called. Okay. Bit of a better view of the Great Falls. Alrighty, folks, we have made it to the 1,500 mile mark. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. That only means we have less than 700 miles to go. Slightly less than 700 miles to go. You know, so last week I was saying, hey, we only have 800 miles to go. Here we are, 700 miles to go. So I know it sounds like a ton, and trust me, it is. But it's sure less than what I've done so far. So, feeling pretty good about it. Nice to have another one of those milestones kind of checked off. All right, let's head on down the path. We have less than 8 miles, I think it's 7 something, to get us back to Salisbury. And the sky's kind of clouding up a bit. I don't know if I beat the rain or not. I've been trying to check the weather, but I hardly ever have enough signal to do it. So weather might have changed since I checked it this morning, but it don't matter. We still got to have to walk the miles, so let's just focus on walking the miles. All right, hope everybody's having a great day. See y'all down the path. All right, folks, this is probably the best view I've seen in Connecticut. And I wish I could tell you what the name of these mountains were. Those in the distance, I assure you, have names. We're back into the place where there's real mountains with real names. And I tell you right now, those are some real mountains I haven't seen in a while. But something tells me I'm going to be climbing them. We'll see. Beautiful, beautiful place. Okay, according to my peak finder, that highest mountain right there in the center of your screen is called Race Mountain. And the Appalachian Trail definitely goes over top of that. So, yeah, give me 2 or 3 days. We'll be up there. This big stone sticking up out of the ground is called the Giant's Thumb. And you can see why. Yeah. Looks like another one of those rocks that you, like on Outlander, where you just pass through and go to 1969. And you know that show. If you watch that show, you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's press on. I think we've just finished our last biggest climb. And from here, we'll have probably about, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 miles of kind of flat to downhill with a couple small bumps in between until we get into the town of Salisbury. So keep on pressing on. All right, everybody, we're making our way back into Salisbury. Quiet little town. It's very New England, I think. Older homes. Heavy vegetated, I would say. Big bushes. Some of them very well manicured. It's a pretty place over there. We're going to get on down here and see if we can find some food. All right, everybody, back to Salisbury. This is kind of the heart of where I'm staying. There's a restaurant right there. It's called Neo's. It's more of an Italian restaurant. Of course, ate out last night. I'll probably eat that again. And here's a post office, quaint little post office. And here's a general store with candies and novelties, and I'm hoping there might be a cold drink in here, so I'm gonna go in here and check it out real quick. And then I'm gonna try to find some food. Go in and look at it. All right, everybody. Close to the day. We've been waiting for the rain to come, and it is coming ferociously here in Salisbury. You hear the thunder. So yeah, it's going to end a pretty good day. So we did 18 miles today, and ultimately returned here to Salisbury by 2:30. So I did a lot of miles, and I did them fast. So it was a good day, and we're just going to have to monitor this weather. I'm planning on hiking tomorrow and just hiking through it, but it just depends on how bad it is, you know. So we'll just have to keep our eye on it and decide what we're going to do as we get closer. So we'll see. But overall, today is a good day, and if all goes well, I'll see you first thing in the morning.